Well, it was inevitable, really. The perfect start has turned into a bit of an up and down mess. We've got some new players on board, but we seem to be unable to hang on to a lead anymore. We're out of the FA Cup as well. Things are starting to go wrong. Hopefully we can get them back on track today. Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 26 and part 3 of the Journeyman with Macclesfield. Today we are back with two matches in the league. We are going to be taking on Hereford away from home before taking on Curzon Ashton, alumni of the Journeyman, in our second match of the episode. Since you were last with me, as I say, things have been a little bit up and down, to be honest with you. You were with me for the 1-1 draw. No, you weren't. For the 2-1 defeat to Darlington. We drew 1-1 with Merthyr Tydfil. Got a 92nd minute equaliser through Danny Elliott there. We then beat Kidderminster Harriers, another Journeyman alumni team there. 2-1 away from home. Good result in that one. Buckley Ricketts and Mellor on the score sheet there. We then beat Stanway 2-0 in the opening preliminary round or qualifying round that we're involved in the FA Cup. Mellor and Kay scoring there. We then went down 3-2 to Chorley. Craig Hewitt and Jack Sampson on the score sheet there. We were two goals behind. Got the 2 goals back through Fensham and Elliott, but unfortunately Sampson scored a late winner in that one. We then beat Telford 1-0 away from home in the FA Cup to get through to the 4th round. We then had our second consecutive National League North defeat. Ian Buckley Richards put us ahead in the 10th minute, but 2 late goals from Ashley Hunter meant that we went down. And most recently, we lost 2-1 in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round against AFC Fylde. And yeah, it is a shame, but same story. Mellor put us 1-0 up in the first minute, and then Danny Ormerod and Danny Mayer put AFC Fylde through. So a real quandary is the way to put it. We have managed to get quite a few players through the door, which is nice. A lot of these are youth players, so we do need to be a little bit careful of who we look at here. But I'll sort of try and take you through the ones that I've brought in. Jaleel Sardi, he is somebody I'm pretty excited about. He's got some excellent attributes, good first touch, good passing, decent technique there, very, very good all-rounder. He's a defensive midfielder, can play in defence and central midfield as well. 23-year-old Moroccan international, not international, just Moroccan origin. But he has had some experience up in the Championship before, obviously not in the first team, but has been around a Championship team, has played at Marine and has played over in Cyprus as well. So, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on in our team. Hasn't had a great start to his Macclesfield career, unfortunately. We also signed a Kwaku Oduro, who is a 22-year-old English right back, can play anywhere down that right-hand side, can play at centre-back, defensive midfielder, left-back if we needed. He's got okay attributes. He's 3-star ability, 4-star potential. Again, he's come through in the Football League before, actually formerly of Premier League Manchester City. Played 20 times for Rochdale a couple of seasons ago. Played twice for Hartlepool as well a couple of seasons ago. So definitely somebody that is at a decent level. Hopefully we can get the best out of him. We also signed Eddie Jones, who is a 23-year-old Welsh left-back. Again, quite excited about him, really. He's 3-star ability, 4-star potential, 10 crossing, 11 tackling, decent pace down that left-hand side, and hopefully will come good in that position at some point. We also signed Anton Dvorak on a free transfer. 20-year-old English defensive midfielder, can also play in the middle of the park, a bit more of an attacking option. 11 dribbling, 12 concentration, 11 decisions. He's pretty good. He's somebody that we can hopefully develop over the next few weeks and months. But the assistant manager has been developing a nice little youth squad with some great potential, actually. And some of these players are good enough to get into the first team. Darryl Doyle is certainly somebody that I'm going to keep an eye on. If we look at his season stats so far, can we do that? Can we have a look at how he's been doing? Yeah, apparently he's only played in one non-competitive match so far. But we'll keep an eye on Darryl Doyle. 2.5-star ability, 4-star potential. Lots and lots of these players could come in if we feel like they are doing a good job for the under-18s side. But other than that, you know, we haven't really got a great deal. We're now under on the wage budget. Still trying to get rid of some players, but realistically it's not going to happen. We're going to have to wait until the end of the season in order to do that. We have got 14 players under contract for next season as well, which I think is a good place to be in. It means that we can hopefully start to plan towards the future. But, you know, the likes of Jalili Sardi, Callum King, Dworzak, Holdsworth, Nicholson, lots of our young players are signed until next year. But most of the players are here till the end of the season. But all of that being said, we are currently in 4th place in the National League North. And I think if you'd given me that at the start of the season, if you'd said at the start of episode 3 you'd be in 4th place, I'd definitely have taken that. But we have lost 3 matches fairly recently, and we need to try and get back on track because you don't want to slide down the league. You really don't want to do that. So fingers crossed we can get back on track today at the very least. So, quick look at squad performances. This is something I'm a little bit concerned about at the moment, is some players are not pulling their weight. Top goal scorer is still Damani Mella with 10 from 13. Still only 3 goals for Danny Elliott. Not sure how I can really get the best out of him, to be honest. Channel forward is what it's suggesting. Maybe I need to have a little play around with some different roles to try and get the best out of him. But he's a good finisher. He's got okay pace. Decent jump and reach. Maybe he does need to be a bit of a target man for us going forward. 2 goals for Isaac Buckley-Ricketts as well. But that's something that we're struggling with, is that unless Mella scores, we are struggling to score. Top assists is Buckley-Ricketts with 3. Danny Elliott's got 3 as well. Luke Duffy on 3 there. 2. Top average rating so far is Danny Mella with a 7.47, 7.46 there for many years. Danny Elliott and Fensom also in the 7s, but what is quite worrying is the likes of Luke Duffy there, 6.68, Matheson there on a 6.67, Brandon Lee 6.64, and Sardi, who's one of our new signings, on a 6.6. You really want to be 6.8 or above to be considered to be playing at an average level. But anyway, let's have a little look at the team for today and see how we get on. So Matt Durnley is going to start in goal with Matheson, Fensom, Menayes and Lee in defence. Sadie and Kay will start as defensive midfielders with Buckley-Ricketts and Duffy supporting Mella and Elliott up top. We're still going with the same tactic. I'm trying to keep it simple. You know, the team are very, very familiar with this now. Obviously, if this slide in form continues, then we'll maybe try and switch it up a little bit. But we're still getting a decent number of shots off. We're still reasonably solid defensively. It only has been a couple of moments here and there where we have struggled. So let's get into this match against Hereford. We'll see how we get on. It should hopefully be a match that we can go on and basically put a few things right, because as I say, we have been struggling to hold on to leads. So I don't want to take a quick lead in this match. I want to make sure that we're solid and defensively sound. Hereford are currently in 20th place, so in theory it should be a match that we are looking to come out on top in. So here we go then. 90 minutes of football ahead of us. And let us see what we can do. Come on, the boys. But yes, if you are enjoying the series so far, then make sure you do hit that thumbs up button down below. Get involved in the comment section. Let me know how your Football Manager save is going. I really do want to hear about these things this year more than ever. Hearing positivity and trying to share that positivity around. Yeah, really intrigued more than anything to see how people are getting on. So yeah, here's Durnley on the ball. No look there. So 25 minutes gone. We will see how we get going in this match. But four shots on goal already, 2 on target. We are looking the more likely to score out of the two teams, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we look likely to score. And half-time approaches, and it is 0-0. And I tell you what, why don't we try something different in this second half? I feel like we're possibly at a point where we need to just switch things up a little bit. Let's maybe play direct counter-attack. I don't see how that's going to really change anything from being Route 1. Yeah, I don't really want to go park the bus. Should we try wing play? See what that does. In possession, let's go with winger. Got another winger there. Elliott, we are going to go for a target forward. And I'm going to just move these forward a little bit. Try and be a bit more attacking here. So maybe we don't want an advanced playmaker there. Let's just go with a central midfielder. And let's be a bit more positive and see what we can do in this second half against Hereford. It might be a mistake, but worth an experiment. 45 minutes of football. And we'll see what happens. Here's Danny Elliott running with the ball now. Gets it to Duffy. Duffy gets it to Lee. Brandon Lee on this right-hand side. Whips it in towards Mella. Oh, that was close. Went with the header there. It almost looped into the back of the net. Didn't quite reach. Okay, still pushing hard. 55 minutes gone. Okay, so let's head into the tactics now. Danny Elliott isn't having a good game, is he? But Buckley Ricketts is looking even worse. Go on then, why don't we put K there and we'll put Dwarzak in the middle and do that. We'll bring Eddie Jones on. It's just quite a lot of players playing quite badly out there, isn't there? Oh no. As I say, it's all going wrong. But we'd very much settle for a playoff place this year, wouldn't we? And I think we have to remember that. We had a fantastic start to the year. And that will carry us for a little bit. We need to try and use that to our advantage and get back on track. Here's King. Gets it to Sadie now. Here's Fensom. King. Kerr, sorry. Is it Kerr? Is it King? I can't remember his name. What's his name? K. Right, here's Duffy. To many years. No, end of highlight. We've got so many more shots than them. And actually in the second half, I think we've dominated possession as well. We'll have a little look at that in a minute. But it might just be worth having this as a secondary tactic to try and go through the gears a little bit. Here's Danny Elliott, whips it into the middle. I thought Josh Kay was going to get there. Here's Odero into the middle, and it's Damani Mella with the header into the back of the net, and that makes it 1-0. Absolutely brilliant from him, and it's another goal in this National League North season. Odera into the middle, brilliant header from Mella, and well, Hereford are behind. It's Hereford 0, Macclesfield 1. And you can see there, 45% possession. So no, we haven't dominated possession as much as I thought. We've just dominated the match in terms of shots. We've been quite defensively sound, clearly. So a very positive second half and 3 points in the bag. It doesn't matter how you get there as long as you get the result. And let's give them a little bit of confidence. Say, well done, boys. You've played well. And that takes us back up to second in the league, which is exactly what you want, to be honest. So let's have a little look then at the National League North. Where's Kersnashton at the minute? They're 22nd, so really, again, it should be another match that we're winning. Let's head straight into the Matchday Centre and set up another tactic of wing play, just so that we can have that working alongside everything. Well, yeah, we've been doing that, haven't we? I think. I mean, to be honest, let's clear that slot. Can we duplicate this? Copy tactic. There we go. So copy that one. Put wing play. In possession, move these two forward. So we can have attacking midfielder and central midfielder, and then combine. Yeah, that looks a little bit more like what I want to be doing, really. We'll have him as a winger. And yeah, he worked okay as a target forward, didn't he? Okay, we'll have this on the back burner, so that we can play with it. And we might give it a proper go against Kersnashton coming up next. Okay, here we are for the match against Kersnashton then. And as I say, we are going to go with this wing play tactic. A couple of changes to bring in. We've brought in Adura on the right-hand side and Eddie Jones on the left-hand side of defence. We will see what happens here in terms of how well this will go. This could be an absolute disaster. We could regret this, but I'm going to go out there. We're going to try and be positive. We're going to try and win a football match. So come on, let's get into it. Again, just trying to see if there's any names that I recognise. I am trying to do that as much as I can to see if we come across any Premier League legends that have dropped all the way down here. But yeah, here we go against Kersnashton then, who are 22nd in the table. If we win today, there's a possibility that we could go back to the top of the league, depending on the result for, I think it's Oxford City that are top of the league, is it? Who, coincidentally, are a team that we absolutely hammered away from home. But, hey, we're not going to be too picky here. It's non-league. It does get absolutely crazy in this National League North. Anybody can beat anybody anytime, and yeah, as long as we're fighting in the top 10 by the end of the season, I'm going to be a happy bunny. So let's keep going then. 20 minutes into the match, and we've had one shot on goal. So I'm really, really glad that this more positive tactic has resulted in us creating a multitude of chances. Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? Crossed into the middle. Oh, my goodness me. McLean with the header. It goes over the bar. Right, come on, boys. 15 minutes left of this half. Prove yourselves. Prove yourselves worthy. Buckley Ricketts not having a good game. And to be honest, I think that's one of the areas we're really struggling is in the wing positions. Maybe I should have signed somebody to go out there. Obviously, we put Josh Kay on the right in the last match, and we did play a lot better in that second half. So maybe that's something to explore again. And hope that Sadie comes good. Right, half time. We've got to try and keep their spirits up a little bit here. Kay's not having a good game, but we are going to put him on the right hand side, and I am going to put Dwarzak in the middle. And we're going to have him as our attacking midfielder. And we're going to put Matheson on as well. I just keep swapping the fullbacks. You know, whoever starts the game doesn't seem to be doing the job, unfortunately. But never mind. Anyway, here's Stubbs. Into the middle it goes, and it is cleared away by Mayonnaise at the back there. Headed away. Now here's Dworzak. Gets it to Matheson now. To Kay. Here's Sadie. Matheson gets it forward now to Kay. Here's Mella with the shot, but it's over the bar. A slightly more positive start to the second half there. Right. Here's Stubbs to Spencer. Now to McLean. Yeah, good interception there from the defender. Here's Danny Elliott on the ball. Danny Elliott with a great chance to get it into the middle. Forces a corner. Definitely need to start thinking about some serious changes here. Oh. That's an interesting thing that I've never seen before. I don't know quite how I got there, to be honest. Ball forward now. Matheson gets there. The crowd have gone absolutely deathly silent. Now they're back up. And here's Mella. Mella with a great run. And that's the second chance he's had and not really done anything with it. So, going to bring on Kunda up top and swap them two round. And yeah, bring Etaluku on for Luke Duffy. Oh, yeah, it's a tough old game this, but yeah, how do you get that on? I mean, oh, I have no idea what I've done here. How do I get back? Oh, thank the Lord for that. Was it this that I clicked? Oh, it was, okay. Dugout, can I click that? Oh, this game's so confusing sometimes. Oh, there's the XG graph story, but yeah, 0-0, it ends. Only 1 minute of added time probably says it all, doesn't it? I suppose we didn't get beat. But maybe the experiment didn't work, to be quite frank. Maybe we should continue to go Route 1. And I started today saying we could finish top. We're fourth, back to fourth at the end of the episode. So, yeah, a bit of a quandary, actually, of where we're at. I think we maybe need to get back into the transfer market, but the trouble is we don't really have any money to spend. It might well end up being a bit of a two-season project, this one, and sort of thinking about, well, where can we position the club this year, get rid of a lot of the deadwood over the summer, and bring in some quality players for next season. That could be the way to do it. Alternatively, you could look at a lot of their contracts and think, can we get rid of the appearance fees and therefore save a lot more money? Might be worth looking at. But yes, at the very least, an unbeaten episode. We will be back tomorrow for 2 matches. One against South Shields, of course, who are a very, very good side. And then we are going to be away to Bedford. So I'm looking forward to that, and fingers crossed you are too. So if you've enjoyed that episode, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for daily Football Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.